I was fighting southwest of Hawkinge and got a couple kills but was pegged in the tail, I suspect by a friendly 109. My rudder fell off completely and the elevator was stuck sharply up, leaving only the ailerons to control the plane. I'm generally pretty stubborn about getting my aircraft back to base, so I decided to barrel roll my way back to France and record it. It's completely doable to land so long as you have at least an elevator stuck upwards plus one of the two other control surfaces. I'm pretty much just following the edge of the airfield here, letting my speed fall until the nose falls. Now that it's sinking to the ground, I add power to get the nose back up while turning for the landing. You might be curious about the trees there. In IL2, the trees are non-collidable for performance reasons, and this clip was taken via the track recording tool while I was playing online on ATAG with the trees turned off. On my system I get too low in FPS with them on, so once I turned up my graphics settings for the fraps recording, it turned out that I had flown through some. I was going to leave the video at that, but I wanted to demonstrate one other thing. A common question new players have about landing is, how do I slow down on approach? Here I'm at 20,000 feet with Hawkinge directly below. The answer is you perform a slip with your rudder. This works on any aircraft and all you're doing is using the rudder to deflect the body of the aircraft into the wind while compensating for the roll with your ailerons. This has the effect of aerobraking, and it's very powerful in most aircraft. The Spitfire is best at it, so I'm using that to demonstrate. You want the maximum amount of drag, so I have full prop pitch, zero throttle, and the radiator is fully open. You can control the speed by how much rudder you use. I could be descending quite a bit faster than I am, but I just wanted to demonstrate how powerful slipping can be. You can see we're pretty much going straight down at a fairly reasonable airspeed. Slipping is very useful anytime you want to get rid of some excess speed. For example, on final approach, or to cause someone to overshoot you, or just to manage your speed during a bounce from a higher than needed altitude. One might suggest that diving like this isn't realistic. It's totally realistic. I don't have specific knowledge of the Spitfire. but I used to fly a Cessna 150 in real life, and I remember once I was at 6,000 feet with the airport I wanted to land at pretty much directly below me. I hadn't noticed it until then due to some strategically placed clouds, but the plane had these ridiculous 40-degree flaps. They're pretty much half the size of the entire wing. And with the engine idle, full flaps down, and full slip, you could go pretty much straight down at just about stall speed at 35 knots. Once on the ground, you can also wag your rudder back and forth to help slow down while tapping the brakes.